Are we live? My other stream crashed, apparently. I don't know what happened. It said it was fine on my end, but everyone else said rip. Let me know if I am live. Hopefully everyone else in the other chat leaves and it should start like a new thing, right? Let me close that. Here, let's chat continued. Sorry about that. I don't know what's up. Maybe YouTube sniped me. We live? Okay, we good. That's really weird because it didn't even let me know it crashed or anything. What was I even saying before it went down? Because I was in the middle of something and it just totally, I guess, stopped. Like the stream stopped. Garuda, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing? We good? We good? Jay Got, you were saying you wanted to join. I don't know. We gonna still talk about this? What was I even saying? I don't even remember. Let me tweet out. Tweet that out real quick. I think I was talking about Solid Rev, right? The homie. The Gillette topic. Yeah, we were saying we would like to see his opinion on that commercial. But I think I was talking about how some people would actually come at me on Twitter asking me why I'm even friends with him because they're like, he's so sexist and this and that. And I was talking about that, right? Or did it crash before that? I don't know how long I was going without you guys listening, so who knows? They were saying your daughter was Luca. Oh, that might be way back then. Was I really talking for like 5 minutes and you guys weren't there? Well, we can let it go, I guess. Shout out to Rev. You know, I've been friends with him for a long time. I've been following him a long time. Oh, you didn't even hear about Solid Rev. Yeah, I was pretty much saying how people have been giving me trouble. Not lately, but sometimes they'll just come at me with, they can't believe I'm friends with him or I support him because he's sexist and he's this and that. And I was trying to say, just in general, we're never going to learn from people who, or we're never going to learn if we shut out people who just have different opinions than us. And I honestly don't think Rev is sexist, you know, even though people try and pass that narrative or whatever. He's very supportive of me and my channel and everything. He's not sexist. I don't think he is. Sometimes he says things that can be construed as sexist, I guess. But I was trying to tell you guys, like, yeah, he kind of reminds me of my dad. I know that sounds crazy, sounds kind of weird, but he honestly does, because my dad is real like that. Like, he'll just say things, and yeah, it may kind of sound sexist, but it's not. It comes from a good place, and they're just being men. And I kind of see it as like they're just being honest, and I don't see anything, you know, wrong with that. And if I completely shut out anything that might even sound like it could be taken the wrong way or anything, I would never really see what they're thinking or what they're feeling or what men think. And I think we can learn from the opposite sex. I really don't see it as a problem. That's what I was trying to say. And then of course YouTube sniped me. So I don't know, maybe maybe YouTube was getting spooked or something. Thank you, Garuda, for the donation. It says, I'm not sexist, but I do think females are better cooks and amazing mothers. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, if we got into that, females, I mean, of course, they're amazing mothers. It's like natural, I guess, to get motherly and to, you know, I'm not a mother, but from what I hear and what I could assume and imagine, you have this baby growing inside of you. And so you're connecting with that every day, every minute. And then you see it for the first time, you're a mother now. It's like, damn, I'm sure it all just kicks in. Like, you're just, boom, you're a mother. You feel such love for this child. Of course you're going to be like a, you know, the best mom you can be. At least that's that's what you should be, right? So yeah, it just that makes sense. As far as good cooks and all that, I mean, anybody could be a good cook. Anybody. So it just depends how you grow up, what you learn, all of that. So, but we did talk about like roles and all that, like the gender roles a little bit. And to me, I don't even think about it. I just live. Like if I'm washing the dishes, I'm not thinking, I'm being such a woman right now. Like I'm not even thinking that. We got to take care of the house. You do what you got to do. Kenny, he'll cook, he'll clean, he'll do whatever he has to do to pitch in. We both do. I grew up with parents like that. My dad cooked more than my mom. So I grew up seeing that. So I think that's what kind of gives me like this different perspective on things. Like I don't really see it as roles or anything like that. I just see it as like we just do what we got to do. My mom worked way more than my dad, so she was putting food on the table. It was like reversed a little bit. So I got to grow up like that, and I think that makes it pretty awesome because I get to see it differently. And plus, I was a huge tomboy. My dad didn't have any sons, so I was like the tomboy of the family. So I grew up with a lot of boys. All my cousins were boys for the most part. And my uncle was like my big brother. So I got to grow up around a lot of men and see what they think. And they would tell me things like about girls, or my dad would tell me straight up, this is how guys are. This is what you got to be prepared for. So I think grew up in a good situation. So I have like I'm more understanding, I guess. When guys are guys and they're just doing guy things, I think I'm just more understanding. You know what I mean? So this whole like toxic masculinity and stuff, I'm just sort of like, huh? Like what? I don't even know. I don't even get involved. We're very different. Men and women are different, and that's just how I see it. Erica enjoyed doing the dishes in Detroit becoming scrubbing with the sponge across my DS4. You already know. You already know. Look at this man, Kratos. A man has no business in the kitchen. Wow, Kratos. You're going to make a great husband, Kratos. I believe in you. I think you're going to be an awesome husband. This man, Kratos, is such a troll. What's up, Angel? Erica, did you see the interview of the ma'am from GameStop? No, they interviewed him or her. That person. See, I can't even say it. Maybe we should just move on. You can't even assume things no more. You can't even say nothing. YouTube already on my butt. They already got me already. They sniped me already. We got to probably stop right now. We got to stop. But no, I haven't seen the interview. I haven't seen that. What's up, Sir Joel? But yeah, we were kind of wrapping up this topic already. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, real quick before we end. We were tweeting about this. It was like Kofi, me, Rand, who else? BG a little bit. We were kind of talking about Sony and the games that are coming out this year. So Rand, Rand, sometimes he has the information. He swears he doesn't, but it's hashtag blame Rand. I think he's on to something. So he thinks Death Stranding is coming out this year in September, okay? He also thinks Ghost of Tsushima is coming out next year. And then The Last of Us, he doesn't really know. So I was kind of piecing together with my predictions because I had, my predictions for the year and everything. So I was thinking, okay, let's say Rand is right. Let's say Death Stranding comes out in September. When do you guys think The Last of Us 2 is coming out? My prediction is next year in like June, because the first one came out in June. So I figured maybe June 2020, then the PS5 comes out next fall. Ghost of Tsushima will be early, like spring next year. What do you guys think? Also, Neo 2 sneaks in this year. So it's going to be Neo 2 and Death Stranding this year. What do you guys think? Do you think we're on to something? It sounds like a lineup to me. What's up, Slow-Mo? Baltimore? How's that Vita? I'm slacking because I played Hollow Knight on PC and now I'm about to beat Onimusha. So I'll get back to the Vita pretty soon. But I love it. I like the Vita, Baltimore. It's pretty cool. I actually like it. Ryan says, my dad is great on the grill. Yeah, guys, they get down on the grill. listen, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I know we were ending this topic, but I don't mind not cooking on the grill. Like the guys do it. My dad either does it, Kenny, or someone else, some other guy. They get on the grill and the barbecue and they get down. And then the women, the girls, we do all the sides, we set the plates, we do all that. Like everyone works together. I have no issue with that. Like I've never really thought, "Oh, this is so sexist. How come the men don't set the plates or how come they don't clean up afterwards?" Like it's just how I grew up, you know? We all pitch in and just do our part. And the guys, you know, they get to kick back at the grill. The girls, we get to we get to bond doing the other things and we just have like a good time. Like I don't know. I've really never seen no issue with that. As long as everyone's doing their part, let it go, you know? The Surge 2? Oh gosh. Why do we always bring up The Surge 2? Just imagine Last of Us 2 as PS5 launch title. I hope that doesn't happen. Garuda again with the $10. Thank you, Garuda. Says females are better cooks. I honestly don't agree with that. My dad, I feel, is a better cook than my mom. Shout out to my mom, though. My mom can get down, too. Like, I'm not trying to put her down or anything, but my dad, he's pretty damn good. And Kenny actually cooks for a living. So Kenny gets down, too. You know what I mean? I do all right. I get down with breakfast. You guys ever want to have breakfast? Come to my place. I get down. I can make a good breakfast. But, you know, I think it's all practice. You just got to do more of it and you get better. You know what I mean? Oh man, this man Garuda. When's the last time? Last year, Garuda. My uncle actually makes the ham for Thanksgiving, so it just depends how you grow up, you know? It depends. But anyways, Slomo says Rand may be believing the theory that a Spain PS Twitter account accidentally leaked DS and The Last of Us 2 coming out this year in a video reel. Wait, DS? Oh, Death Stranding. Okay. I would be very, very surprised if The Last of Us 2 comes out this year. I'll be excited. I'll be happy. But I would be surprised. Kratos is like, she exposing the men in her life. How is that exposed? You know, Kratos, you're just trolling right now. You're just trolling. Trust me, when you guys get married, it's a two-way thing. You both got to put in the effort. You got to do it. Don't let the women in your life have to clean everything. Do it all. Do everything. Plus, you got to be able to survive on your own too, right? Unforgiven says cancel Kratos. A lot of Spanish men can cook. They don't know Erica. Exactly, Angel. Exactly. Even my other uncle, he's like only 5 years older than me. He can get down too. He can cook. Like everyone can cook. You know? Grandmas, of course, I mean, got to give love to the grandmas. They get down. I don't think anything beats my grandma's cooking, but the guys can do their thing too, you know? Like we all got to pitch in. But anyways, Last of Us 2, PS5 remaster, that could happen. How's Onimusha? I actually really like Onimusha. It's a fun game. It's silly, you know, it's got some outdated like voice acting and sometimes the mouth doesn't match what they're saying. So that makes me laugh. Just sometimes it's just, you know, it's an older game. So it makes me laugh because it's just like some things are kind of outdated, but it works pretty good. Like the combat is responsive. I noticed with the blocking, I would block like really the last second and it would work. And I was like, damn, this is pretty responsive. Like this isn't bad. And it's a short game. I think I'm almost done with it. So I'll probably finish that tonight or something. But yeah. Alish says, for me, it's reversed. I know more men that cook and more women that don't cook. Yeah, so it just depends. I don't think that says anything bad about you, though. I mean, if you like are not a good cook, as long as you try and you're pitching in towards your family or your relationship, let's say you don't like to cook and someone else likes to. Hey, let them cook. Or if I don't know, it just depends. But there's certain things I don't do. I ain't even gonna lie right now. I ain't gonna lie. My dad, he always took out the trash. That was a chore I never had to do. Never. I think I did the yard like maybe a couple times. Like I would weed and I would help with the yard, but mostly my dad, like he just took care of it. We always did this stuff inside. We cooked, we vacuumed, um, what else? Dishes, all that stuff. So we kind of grew up like that. But then my dad was like the cook and he would do a lot of things that, typically back then the moms would do, right? So I kind of saw both. Like I would see like men doing things that the traditional way, women did it. I got to see both. So it's kind of like, whatever. And now look at me. I'm outside doing the yard. I take out the trash, I bring it in. I do the dishes, I cook sometimes. Kenny cooks a little bit more. He'll come in, he'll do the dishes. It's like it's just we both do it. I think he kind of grew up the same way too. So it just kind of works, I guess. Don't want to sound sexist, but only one person in the marriage has childbearing hips. Wow. The cooking part is true. I like to think males and females are good cooks. Hey, there you go, Gruda. We agree then. It's interesting though. Like I like talking about, this type of stuff. Sometimes I can't really word it correctly, and hopefully people don't get the wrong idea or I take it out of context or anything. But just know that I'm pretty laid back with all this stuff. Maybe Kenny is a woman if he This man Unforgiven wants me to have a wife so bad right now. I feel pressure. Like, damn, am I supposed to have a wife? What the hell is going on? Angel says, I like to be single, and a lot of women I met don't know how to cook. Back in the day, every woman knew how to cook. See, that right there, Angel, some people might read that and think that's sexist. But see, me, I don't think, like, I'm seeing what you wrote, and I'm like, hey, can't really disagree with that, it is what it is. That's how I see things. Like this is how women can be. Okay, cool. If this is how men are, hey, we're completely different. We're very, very different. There's a lot of psychology and stuff behind it too. Or like whenever I hear, like with Rev, right, he'll sometimes say, there's no way a woman can, kick his butt or whatever because he's just much bigger, he's stronger. I hear that and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I can't beat you up. I can't take you down. It's scary as a woman sometimes because I'm really small. I'm not that strong. So I always have that in my mind, like, damn, some guy could just like take me out easy. It just is what it is, I don't think it's sexist. I don't think it's like disrespectful if someone says that, unless they're like putting me down in some other way. And yeah, maybe. But if they're just saying, hey, based on physical strength, Erica, you can't take me, I would say, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I'm 5'4", 120 something pounds. You know what? I have a rant with the whole weight thing right now, but I'm like little. Most of you guys in the chat, you probably take me out quick. If you wanted to wrestle me or something, I'm done. That's it. Plus I have a bad back. Forget it. I'm not even getting into any fights. I've never been into a fight, you guys, my whole life, because I know I probably won't win. I'm not about to get my face busted. I'm good. So that's why I've always been like good with my words, and I always wanted to like talk myself out of things. That's why I'm here talking right now, probably. I love to talk. So yeah, it is what it is. But hey, maybe I'm better than you at something else. It's just, we're all human beings. We all have something we're good at. If I know I can't beat you in strength, I guess I'll just beat you with my words, period. Like, that's it. Yeah, so that's me. That's my whole thing. Thank you again, though, Garuda, for the donation. I forgot to thank you. Just challenge them to gears. Exactly. Exactly. 5'4" is short. I'm 5'2" on a good day. Shoot, I mean, for a woman, I'm not bad, but I'm just talking about, like, if there's, like, a 6-foot dude, that brings up the whole thing about, don't hit men, don't hit women. I mean, shoot, that's a whole topic too, and I firmly believe you shouldn't hit anybody, but I trip out on these women because you don't know, like, you could hit them, right? Some men might not hit you back, but some might. You don't know. Like, they might not have that rule of not hitting women. And can you imagine being hit by a full-grown man? I'm good. No thanks. I like my face. I don't want to have a broken nose. I'm good. So yeah, I always trip out on, like, what are these women thinking where they can just hit men and not think about a consequence? I would never do that. I wouldn't even hit a woman because I know she'll probably kick my ass. I'm so small. Like, I just don't want to fight. That's me. I would never hit anyone because you don't know what they're going to bring back to you. You don't know. I trip out on these girls for reals. X-Skull, what's up? Erica's better than at those BDSM games. Budo, did I say hi to you yet? What's up, Budo? Erica sounding like Ange from, wait, what? Ange from The Last Airbender. Don't fight physically, just use your words. I didn't see that, but yeah, for sure. 1v1 me in Gears. What's up, Victor? Whoa, excited. I ain't repeating that. But maybe you're right. I don't know. I've never been in a fight, Hustle. Never. I came close once. I was in 4th grade. And this girl, I remember her name was Anna. Shout out to Anna. I don't know where she is right now. Maybe she's, married with like 5 kids. I have no idea. Haven't seen her in years. But I don't remember why, but I just remember her pushing me. And she kept saying, "Come on, Erica, come on." And she kept pushing me. And I had my arms crossed. And I was just standing there. And this girl, she's been in fights before. I don't remember like why she wanted to fight me, but my best friend at the time was like there with me, and she was like, "Run, Erica, run." And I didn't want to run because I didn't want to look like, like I was scared. I could still remember this. It was by the slide on the playground, right? So I'm standing there with my arms crossed and I'm laughing at her because I wanted her to feel stupid. I didn't want to fight, but I didn't want to look like I was scared either. My friend was like, "Run, run." So what I did, I just laughed and I said, I'm too good for you. Or I said something like that, like, "I ain't got time for you," kind of thing. But in 4th grader language. And I just walked away. But deep down, my heart was pounding. I was like, "Don't hit me. Don't hit me, please. I'm trying to look like like I'm above it. And I'm just going to walk away and feel like I won." And that's all I did. That was the only time I ever came close to a fight. It sounds so lame, but that's the only time. I've never, ever, like, been in some girl's face. Nothing. I've never told girls anything that would cause a fight. Nope. I just stayed in my lane. I stayed quiet and I got through school, and that was it. That was it. I did not want to have anything to do with no fights. Then, especially once I started wearing glasses. You think I want my glasses broke? You're tripping. You know how expensive these can be? You know what my mom would do? But yeah, I just did the whole like, haha, I'm too good for this fight. I ain't gonna fight you. You're not worth it. You're not worth it. And I just walked off. So that was, yeah. That's my story about how I almost got into a fight. It's pretty lame, but that's what I did. Plus, I didn't really mess around with boys. I wasn't really like dating or nothing in high school or nothing. So I never had that drama of like dating and girls wanting the same guy. And that's I never had anything to do with that stuff. So what's up, Cher, Eric, Voodoo, Master Shake, Wet? This man, is this a man or a woman? I don't know. But their name is I'm Wet Like Shamu. Nice. These names right now. You guys are funny. But yeah, we could start wrapping up. I mean, we talked about a lot of things, a lot of gender roles and fights and almost fights and stuff. This was fun. Trizzy, what's up? Let me drink some water, man. My mouth is dry. I know, I probably been demonetized since the get-go, so it's all right. I don't care anymore. Who would have thought the first person you'd have to fend off your man would be Alex? Oh man, Eric, you're not wrong about that. People really like Kenny out here. He doesn't even have to say anything. He's got fans. I got people asking about Kenny all the time. All the time. No, seriously though, the fights I seen growing up with these girls, you know what really scared me off of not wanting to get into, off of fights and not wanting to get into fights was the hair pulling. I cannot do the hair pulling. Like girls would pull hair. I would literally see hair in their hand from how much they've pulled. They would pull and they would like, I don't know, it looked ugly. I was like, I'm never getting in a fight. I don't want my hair pulled. I don't want my glasses broke. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want the attention on me. I was like super shy. I didn't want anybody even looking at me, let alone watching me get beat down in a fight. No thanks. So yeah, I stayed away. I had my friends and I just stayed with them and that was it. The hair pulling is too much for me, Angel. I would see it all the time. I would see fights on the way home from school and stuff. I'd watch from a distance. I'd be like, no way. I can't do it. I can't do the hair pulling. I just can't. Oh, man. And back then, I was really bad at doing my own hair. And I usually would wear it up. Like, I'd put it like in a clip or I'd put it like in a ponytail or something like that. And I was like, no one's going to mess up my hair because I won't be able to get it up like this again. I was so terrible. Like, my mom didn't really teach me how to do my hair. Like, she would do it when I was younger. And I could never like do it as good once I started doing my own hair. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to get it up like this again. Pause. But yeah, I was just like, no way. I can't let no one pull this hair. Oh man, that's funny. Now that I think about it, my thought process is so stupid. But hey, it kept me out of trouble. So I mean, I guess it was worth it. Erica, since you're short, if a mofo pissed you off, just bring them down to your size by kicking them where it hurts. Yeah, but how am I going to kick them where it hurts with a woman, though? I don't know about that. These girls were ruthless, man. I swear, like these girls, nah, I grew up with, you just knew these girls can fight. And I would see them fight. And I was like, nah, I ain't messing with these girls. Like, forget that. Forget that. Are you getting, I'm actually playing Onimusha Remaster X Skull. If you go to my Twitch, you can see me play like the first couple hours. Some of it was a struggle. It's kind of funny. So check it out. Go to my Twitch though. Idol says, you could always get up just fine. Ovaries hurt. I mean, you're not wrong. A good kick would hurt. We can get into, oh man, I have so many stories. Like I actually have been hurt down there really bad. Like I know that it hurts. Like men, you guys, I feel bad for you because you got your package down there. If it gets kicked, you're out of breath and all of that. You fall to the ground. But women, it hurts too. I was on the monkey bars one time and I did right on one of the bars. And that thing, I was shook. Like my whole body froze. It hurt so bad. I have felt the pain, so I understand. And I remember I was little, but I couldn't move. I was like frozen from pain. Yeah. But yeah, I'll stop talking about it. Just know that girls, yeah, you give them a good kick down there, it probably would work. It would work. What were your schools like? In terms of what, Common? Like what do you mean? Like what kind of kids were there or how the school system was, or what do you mean? It's inhumane to hit a man down there. I've actually, on accident, I gave a knee to Kenny down there. I think we were like messing around, like wrestling, and I kneed him down there. It was pretty bad. He was all right though. He's okay. Don't worry about it. That was a while ago. That's like years ago. Poor Kenny. The kids, uh, how was my school like with the kids? There was a lot of bullies. Like, I was kind of a dumb kid because I was friends with the bullies, but I was also friends with the ones they bullied, and sometimes I didn't back them up, and I really regret that. Like, I was a coward at the time because I would just wanted to be friends with everyone. I didn't want issues. I didn't want problems. And I feel bad now because I remember there's this one girl. I was a two-face because I was friends with her in class, but then I saw her getting bullied in the restroom because she was wearing a skirt or something. Back then, if you wore a skirt, I don't know why, but people made fun of you. It was weird. So they were like lifting her skirt and laughing at her. And I just didn't do anything. And I feel bad about it when I think about it. It's like I was a coward. I should have stood up for her, but I didn't. But again, I didn't want them to turn it on me. I didn't want to get in a fight. I didn't want them to pick on me. So I was kind of a two-faced a little bit now that I think about it. Is that why you're not Mama Erica? Oh man, don't say that. Kenny's fine. Don't worry about it. He'll be all right. Spida says divorce. But yeah, I was one of those kids. So there was a lot of bullies. The teachers were kind of reckless too. I remember hearing stories about teachers doing like really bad things. Like this one substitute, he was actually picking up this kid against the wall and like choking him. He ended up getting fired. I remember that was my class, but I didn't see it happen. Supposedly that's why he got fired. This other teacher, we would hear stories about him washing kids' mouths out with soap. And supposedly that was true. He got fired. The teachers were crazy. Like they were kind of mean. Like they would do things like that. It was so different back then. But I used to help with my school a lot. Like I used to be part of like the kitchen crew, and we would throw out the trash and stuff. And I remember seeing something out there, like a teacher was yelling at some kid and like cussing at him and stuff. It was crazy. Like the teachers were reckless. I feel like when I was in elementary, it was like crazy. Ricky says your school sounds lit. Oh man, I just remember that substitute because we walked to the library. It was like one of those like field trip things. We'd go to the library, we'd check out a book and like whatever, and he would walk us down the street for it. And supposedly some boy was like being a brat or whatever. Well, we found out that kid, he choked the substitute choked the kid against the wall, and then he got fired. So we found out all that's like after, because we're like, what happened to that substitute? Oh, he got fired because of this and that. And I was like, wow, what the heck? But we had some good teachers too. My favorite teacher was in 6th grade. She was awesome. So it was just weird, like just crazy stuff. And like most of my schools were mostly Mexican kids. So like, yeah, where I grew up, it was mostly Mexicans. It was crazy. Erica, were you a Girl Scout? No, I was not a Girl Scout. I played basketball. That's as much of a club I was in. I just played basketball. I was on the basketball teams, and I had friends through there, which was awesome. Good times. Oh, man, I have stories, man. I'm gonna be here all day, but I have this other story where we went to a basketball game in this one town that was kind of known as being like ghetto or whatever, and we won, right? This was, I think, 7th or 8th grade. It was one of those. And they rushed us on the bus. They're like, we gotta go. And we're like, why? What's going on? They're like, oh, someone on the other team has a knife. And I'm like, you gotta get on the bus. And they rushed us on the bus because we had threats. Like the girls on the other team were telling us that they had a knife and they were gonna come after us. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's serious, but it's like we won and they were like salty, I guess, and they were talking, I don't know. It was crazy back then. Like it was so crazy. So we got on the bus and we left. The teachers and the coaches or whatever, they had to like take, precaution and keep us safe or whatever. They took us on the bus and took us home. Too funny, man. No, but I just saw the time. I actually have to go, you guys. This has been story time. We're out here like it's Bond tales right now. Shout out to Bond. Damn. I do got stories though. When I really think about it, there's some funny stuff that went down when I was a kid. Like, it's crazy. Oh man. But yeah, we'll save more for later. Like, if you guys want to hear like more stories like this, definitely follow me on Twitch. Cause like when we'll play some games, we start talking about stuff like this comes up. So if this is like funny to you or you want to hear more, like definitely follow me on Twitch, you guys. Hopefully I can stream either tonight or tomorrow, see what's up. But thank you guys for hanging out. Protege, Budo, Rhino, Angel, Night Night, Unforgiven, Haircuts for the Tails. Who else is in here? Ryan, did I say you yet? Ricky, Protege. Hey, speaking of Twitch, Ricky and Protege, they're some of my deepest followers over there. So shout out to you guys. All of my patrons as well. Thank you guys. Master Shake, Trizzy, Angel. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you later. Bye.